Hello again, everyone, live from the Muin Shakai, also known as Japan, the Muin Shakai. Hello. Bum, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum. Hello, everyone. How you doing today? Hi, Z. Great title. Glad you like it. Yeah, I'm always trying to think of new titles through ChatGPT. Pins in the emblem, okay. Maybe it's a zeomorph, John. You think it's a zeomorph? Let's see. Hmm. I hope it's not a xenomorph. So you do. Let's read this. You don't need to force purification, guys. Right? The healing. When your body is ready, it does release on its own. While we're doing this, um, pay attention to that, right? Or remember that. Misogi works by restoring balance and not by pressure, and not by the pressure you put on yourselves. So that's why I always tell everyone to relax before we start. So let the process unfold the way breathing unfolds. If something is leaving right now, don't interrupt it either. Because purification doesn't negotiate, it removes what no longer belongs to the system so it can stabilize again. There's no need to understand it while it's happening. Right? That happens with people. They come in, they overthink it, they think they're not feeling anything, or I don't know. They don't try and leave. So you may feel warmth, pressure, tingling, emotion, or nothing at all. All those responses are normal. The absence of sensation doesn't mean absence of effect. And sometimes you may feel it a day later or right after, a few hours after, you might start feeling your mood change. But that's part of the effect of the process. So pay attention to what is setting, not what is flaring. Many people confuse intensity with progress. Loud sensations don't mean deeper work. I mean, performance doesn't mean deeper work. True purification feels and is simpler, quieter, and more precise. So don't search for a sensation. Searching, because searching creates tension, and tension blocks alignment. Sensation arises naturally when the system opens. So be patient. Stay present rather than observant. You tell people to be observant, but don't be reactionary, right? If emotion surfaces, allow it to move. It isn't being summoned, it's being released from where it's been stored. Let it pass without labeling it or giving it a story. As Misogi doesn't add anything to you either, right? It removes interference that shouldn't be there. What remains afterwards is your natural state, although it's a long process. Therefore, don't chase sensation or um, the desire to be entertained during these. This is a practice. With the book, you practice on your own, and it deepens everything. That's why it often feels familiar for people who come in and are staying. All right? So, you don't need to visualize light or imagine anything special. That's during your own meditation. The body already knows how to respond to the purification. It's been doing this longer than the mind has been thinking. Trust that intelligence. When the mind relaxes, the spirit becomes audible. That's when Misogi does its deepest work. You don't need to follow thoughts or push them away. Let them drift while the body recalibrates. This practice is not about belief, it's about alignment. Alignment happens whether you agree with it or not. That's why this works across time and distance. The recordings work just as well as the lives, which is why I save all my other recordings. And in fact, most people um, do the recorded sessions. Some people feel energized afterward, others feel quiet or tired. Both are signs of recalibration. Respond to your body instead of comparing experiences. Purification never takes what you need either. What leaves was already interfering with your system. You don't lose strength here, you recover it. But don't chase calm either, because chasing keeps the system alert. Calm arrives naturally when resistance drops. Remember some of the guys or folks that have been here who are always talking about how none of their life isn't changing, that they're just here, they're trying to do it through here or fix it through here. They're coming with expectations. Don't do that, or try not to. Having hopes for the future, you wish for the best, but you have to let your system kind of integrate with it. Whenever you're feeling, whatever you're feeling right now, doesn't need a story either. Stories keep energy fixed in place, and space allows it to move. So give it room. All right. You guys ready-ish? I guess. That didn't bring that many people here, but that's okay. Well, I mean, I talk about that in the book, right, Christiana? You don't have to do it. You can just think about it. こんにちは。あ、前に来た。ようこそ。あ、今、日本の時間だからね。私はもうすぐ、お久しぶりですね。私たちはもうすぐ始めます。今始めますね。Okay, everyone, are you ready? 用意できましたか？日本のどこにいますか？それは全然違う。ジョンさんは、この人が私の親さんで、家賃が欲しがっていると言っています。それは全然違う。そういう遅れていません。No. Okay. セイント・ジョンは、右の仕方には痛みがありますと言っています。Okay, starting. Ready? Here we go. Lie down, relax. リラックスして、ゆっくり呼吸していく。はい、始めます。アマテラスミ親の神のみすまるの命照らし国静かなりアマテラスミ親の神のみすまるの命照らし国静かなりアマテラスミ親の神のみすまるの命照らし国 静かなり。月よ見つみ親の神の一形の思しきにすすりて鏡のことした月よ見つみ親の神の一形の思しきにすずりて鏡のこと高天張にかむずまります。かむらき、かむらみのみことまして、すめみおやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひむかの立ちぱなのほどのあわぎがはらに、いそき、はらいとまいし、ときにあれませる。はらいどのお神たち、もろもろのまがことつみかいりよ。はらいたまいきやめたまいとますことによしよ。あまつかみ、ふにつかみ、や、よるずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみ、かしこみ、もまおす。どうすの神、あまていらします。すみみ神のみ胸を伝えて教え導きのたまわく。人はすなわち神と神とのもとの主たり、何時らの神地の痛ましむることなかれ、この故に目にもろもろの風情見て、心にもろもろの風情見ず、耳にもろもろの風情聞きて、心にもろもろの風情聞かず、口にもろもろの風情言って、心にもろもろの風情言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、中心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろのノリは影と形のことし、清く清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花水の実となる。我が身はすなわち六根所じゃなり、六根所となるがゆえに、構造の真君姉なり、構造の真君姉なが、故に万物の霊と体なり、万物の霊と体なるが、故になすところに固定成就せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無教、名入賞、神奈川律、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい。Breathe. 呼吸して。 と神、意味とも、看言心、損にかんだけん、払いたまえ、清めたも。高めの腹にかむずまります。すめ神たち、いやわらしたも、特図の水の宝持ちて、あまてる国てるひけあめのほあかり、くしたま、ねぎはやひのみことに、しずけたもこと教えてのたまわく、今しこの水の宝持ちて、中つくににあまくだり、あひとぐさ沈め収めよ。あひとぐさおよび、よりずのものの病のことあらば、かむ宝を持ちて、見下いた沈みに起きて、見たま沈みの祭りをなして、水の宝を振るべ、そのかむほぎの言葉に曰く、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやことにのとふるべゆれゆらかくいなりしばまかりともさらにきなんとしたも雨の神の実をやみことのりかきためいて雨の岩船になりて河内の国の川上の怒るがめにに天下りましまして大和の国、引けの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして月祭りとも、名付けてイースの神の狼と申し立て祭り、よよ噛む宝を持ちて、よりずの者のために古べの噛むごと持ちて、ガスなしと家の古の見た目の神と、敬い立て祭り、すめみことおむらじ、驚その神たききを持ちて、いつきに使い祭りとも、物の美の神の社、雨がした、よりずの者のたこいなり、いでんもとかむ宝は、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、平つ鏡、やつぐの剣、いく玉、だる玉、まかるが石の玉、ちいが石の玉、おろちのひれ、はちのひれ、くすぐすのもののひれ、さらにとくすの神、きのいきのと、ひのいひのと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやことにのとふるべいらといらかし立て祭ることのよしをもちて平らきくきこしめせと命長く子孫羽時はかきわに守りたまい先はいたまいかじ立て祭り人通寿命しにぎかじ高天張りにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おえかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひむくの立ちばらのおどの青ぎがはるに、みそき、はらい、たまいし、ときに、あれませる。はらいどの、お神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえりよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。あまつかみ、きにつかみ、やお、よりずの神たちともにひこしめすと。かしこみかしこみもまおす。たがあまはりにかむずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひむくの立ちばねのおどのあおぎがはるにみそぎはらいたまいしときにありませる。はらいどのお神たちもろもろのまがごとつみかえりよ。はらいたまい清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。あまつかみ、くにつかみ、やおよりずの神たちともにひこしめすと、 Kashikomi, kashikomi, momo su. Kan nagara tamachiyamase. Kan nagara tamachiyamase. Kan nagara tamachiyamase. Okay, everyone. Finished. How was it? どうでしたか？終わりました。どうでしたか？よかった？よかったら教えてほしい。Got a little weepy willow? I mean, when I was doing these on Zoom, I would let them go on for like an hour. You know? Maybe we could do that again sometime in the future. Good. Good, St. John. Good. Hi, RW, Rebecca. Good. A Christmas party on Zoom? I have nothing under my tree. I don't even have a tree. So no. You nearly choked? Oh, you're finally releasing something big almost. Me neither. I know. Oh, it's cold in here. So, good news, guys. I talked to Charlie Goldsmith yesterday, and there are no Reiki healers on the app. He's actually not crazy about the whole thing, even though he doesn't know anything about it. He's like, the way he sees it is that it drowns out real healers that could actually that could actually do something and have talent. So it's a disservice for us. Hey, Kevin. So yeah, you guys could all join, and whoever's on there, you're going to get good stuff. I'm going to, as he starts to trust me more, I'm just going to have to remind him about, I don't know if remind's a good word, express to him that plant medicine isn't the go-to for upgrades. But that's the issue when you're born into something and you've never had any training at all. You try to find your own kind of spiritual methods, and it just goes anywhere. But hopefully I have some positive influence, as he is going to have on me. He does say that he's found like surprisingly, and it's like it's accelerated his plans. He didn't know if he was going to find healers a year from now or a day, and he found a bunch and a good group, and he was kind of blown away by it. So he's going to accelerate this app, and yeah, you'll just get people one after the other working on your problems until it's done. It has a big backer apparently, and it's going to pay pretty well. So I am looking forward to that. And that goes when it's done, right? Yes, that video, if you're looking for it, they uploaded. He did ask me to take it down just because it's a blind study. I sent it to him, and I knew actually he would. I felt it, and I had a feeling and all that stuff. But it was good too because it made him kind of think, also. And he didn't want people. He doesn't want people who are testing who don't get any results to use it to promote themselves. And I totally get it. I agree. So it's called the Any app by Charlie Goldsmith. Check it out. You could sign up as one of the test participants, and it is 100% Reiki free. Sound good, guys? Any, that's right. Any by Charlie Goldsmith. And he started it with a leap of faith. He didn't think he was going to find anyone. And yeah, he did. Well, it's going to stay double blind. You will not know who is working on you. However, it will tell you that I'll tell you that you're only going to get people who can release pain and remove it. That tells me that it doesn't have the funny stuff in it. So, yeah. And what do I say, right? I don't let people who are Reiki attuned work on myself. However, I work a lot with people who have natural gifts or are born with it, because it's a passageway to their natural state, and therefore it comes from a clean place, even if maybe they have dubious principles. Not available in Europe? It will be. It'll be international. Do not worry. It works for all kinds of problems, I think. It'll go international, guys. And I think it has to do with liability. He has attorneys who made sure that we are good in the US, Australia, UK, and Canada, because he is being very careful about liability. And also, too, I don't know if I should tell you this, but he was doing clinical trials, and those are coming out soon. And let's just say there's going to be a magnitude of people, and I talked to him about this, that will think it as controversial, although it's not really. Oh, you have an autoimmune thing. Well, this is helping with that, animal. Just by you being here, it's helping with that. So you're being consistent. You're doing good. Any questions, guys, before we take off? I talked to a girl at school today. She brushed me off, but that's okay. I'll see her again, I'm sure. Maybe she'll be a little bit warmer, although she was. I mean, other than brushing me off. What do you think, John? What are my prospects? Did you hear about my. I know, I know. I mean, at least she told me what her name was and didn't just like give me a fake one. So that's a good first step. Now, if she avoids the area next to our classes completely next week, I would call that a step back, even before the first step forward. The second step will be better. What's a hint, Spidey? Oh yeah, if she does, if she runs, if she hides. Yeah, I agree with that one. So hopefully she spends all week thinking about it and is like no one talks to each other here, so people can be taken aback automatically if someone just walks up and talks to them, especially maybe if they look foreign and speaking Japanese. They're like, their brain has to process a little bit because everyone grew up with the media telling them that, oh, foreigners cannot speak Japanese. They cannot. They do not speak our language. So you have to speak with them very slowly, or you have to use very, very basic English words. So, what can you do? I like this hat. Wear it like this. I need the hat because it hides that I'm missing some hair until it finishes growing back. John's not saying anything because it's not good, looking good. When something's looking up, he's always like, "You are gonna sell $30 by next month." or you are going to have a house on the hill, or you're going to be very successful with Charlie's app. And it looks like that. Yeah, John, don't be angry. Why is he angry with you? John, are you angry with Spidey? I was telling everyone about the story about the girl I met. I talked to someone at school today, and I met her by the vending machines, and I said something, and then she was next to my classroom, and I was like, "Hey, have I met you before?" And she was like, "Oh yeah." And then I saw her a third time, and I got her name. So that was the best part of my day. That absolute best part of my day. I just wish I shaved it this morning. I think I sort of scared her, to be honest. And she was like, "You're a student here?" I'm like, "Yes." I don't know if that's good or bad. I was asking you, what are my chances this time, John? Use that super accurate to the number extrasensory ability and advise the one doing your healings. But spin it in a way where it's like positive either way, because I cannot handle much more rejection, even if it's hypothetical. He's not mad at you. Quit distracting John, Spidey. He's doing a psychic reading for me. No, he's not. Quit distracting John. He's doing a psychic reading for me. Dude, she always thinks that. See, Spidey, knock it off, man. Always someone's like acting like someone's mad at you. Maybe annoyed. No, he's right. He's not sleeping. He's right there. I cannot sign off until I know. Ah, that's not a reading. That's reassurance. That's like something you guys are not allowed to sound like my grandmother. Okay, you're not allowed to sound like my grandmother. You are not allowed to sound like my grandmother. Yeah, that's cool. Nice and slow, bro. I know, but you're sounding like my grandmother. That's cool. Nice and slow, bro. Um, oh, my grandmother wouldn't say that. Okay, the worst psychic reading ever. I mean, how tall am I? Like 6'8", like 6'5", 6'8". Grandmothers give horrible advice. 3 meters tall, however much that is. Yeah, 2 meters, 2.3 meters. I'd wear a bear. See, oh man, you guys aren't helping. All right, then I'm out of here, dude. Yeah, that's a terrible. Maybe I could be like, hey, can I heal you? I'll be like, hey, let me heal you sometime. I don't. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's anything worse I could say to anyone I just meet. He said, "Hey, you look like you can use some healing. You want some?" Because I do that. I do that a lot, like every night. Would you like an energy clearing? Yeah, exactly. And I'm here trying to get advice or psychic reading. I ain't getting nothing. You guys are just like my grandmother's advice. Dude, my grandmother doesn't even give advice. Yeah, yeah, she does. She just be yourself. Just be nice. They don't have those here, Spidey. People have a huge hard time opening up. People have a hard time just talking to someone who's like, they don't know. If they know the person, it's easier. But people still have a hard time, for sure. For sure. And Tokyo's the worst. Two. All right. Anything else, guys, before I go? Get some rest. Do a little schoolwork, then get some rest. What happened to my psychic reading, John? Let me fix your stomach while you do that. Relax a little bit more. To kami amy tamo kan gonshin soni kandaken arai tamai kiyame tamo. Yes, I'm working on both John's stomachs. She's winding us up. What's that mean? What does she's winding us up mean? She's winding us up. She's winding up. What's winding up mean? Oh, she's winding up. What's that mean, though? Is that good or bad? I think John is must be some type of ancient deity because he sure does speak some riddles. I'm 5'9". Thank you very. I'm with my back straight. I'm 5'9". Yep, 5'9". Hi, TT. Talk about class with her. I don't know. So I got no answers tonight. Thanks a lot, guys. All right, I'm out. Good night, everyone. It doesn't that doesn't translate well in Japanese. Like if I translated that and said that, it'd be like confusing. All right, good night.